don't say things like that unless you're absolutely certain.
But I am certain.
You've never eaten $1 million in your life.
It's delicious with Redwood Empire's fancy Gravenstein applesauce on it. Gravenstein applesauce has the hearty old-fashioned tang of the nation's finest cooking apples. Delicious for dinner, delightful for breakfast. Redwood Empire fancy applesauce is at the Mayfair markets throughout the Bay Area. You know, I think I told you, didn't I, that I went over to Paris last year, and I went to the Montmartre district, you know, Place Pigalle, places like that, and they're all set up tourista time, you know, with the big, they look like Broadway used to look back during the war years. You know Broadway here in San Francisco with the guys standing out in front of the places. Step right in, ladies and gentlemen. She lives, she breathes. And it kind of... Oh, excuse me, Pacific Street, not Broadway. It's one down from Broadway. I always get them mixed up. But that's the way it looks now. And it's kind of disappointing. You think you might... but Paris itself is beautiful. Beautiful all over. Like Marilyn Monroe or something. And you go up to the top of the Eiffel Tower and you look at the Seine winding its way through town, and you look at the way the thing blossoms out. As I understand it, it was Napoleon had a lot to do with Paris, with the underground system. You know, they put the mail goes through Paris in a pneumatic tube, you know, like that. And do you know that they're sending experts from New York and Chicago to check the subway systems because they're so great, they're so perfect in Paris, and they were built a couple of 100 years ago? And the subway system, they don't run into each other and stuff like that. That's wild. I just thought, interesting fact for the day. It's 10 minutes past 8.
Savings at Bayview are like 7-league shoes to take the first step on your worldwide cruise.
For vacation cash, transfer your savings to Bayview Federal Savings on or before the 10th of the month. Earn dividends from the first. Each account's insured to $10,000 by an agency of the federal government. Save your money, honey, and Bayview Federal Savings.
When the deep purple falls over sleepy garden walls, and the stars begin to flicker in the sky, through the mist of a memory, you wander back to me, breathing my name with a sigh. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Though you're gone, your love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will beat, lover will always meet here in my deep purple dream. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Though you're gone, your love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will beat, lover will always meet here in my deep purple. Here in my deep purple dream.
That was a great record, I think. Vic Damone, he's got a new album out, and that's in it, Deep Purple. 13 minutes past 8 o'clock.
We're wild about you know. You know. Simply mad about you know. You know. Can't do without you know. You know that you know. You know candy bar. Yeah.
Uno Candy Bar is the best. Not only is it made in the West by the makers of Apple Bar, but you're asked to compare Uno Bar with the best anywhere.
We're wild about Uno. Simply mad about Uno. Can't do without Uno. Like Uno Candy Bar. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to repeat this article that I talked to you about a little earlier this morning, quite a bit earlier this morning, about the spineless sea creature they found. And this is news for all of you Club members. The spineless sea creatures live a completely matriarchal life. For while many other types of barnacles are completely hermaphroditic, producing without a partner, these new species carry their husbands around with them in a little pocket. The husbands are tinier than the female and are extraordinarily degenerate form of the animal. In fact, they consist of nothing but a body sac and some cells and an antenna-like stalk to attach itself to the female. And when there's no more use for them, they just dissolve into nothing. Yeah, doesn't that sound familiar? And there are 15 males in attendance to every single female. And they call it the spineless sea creature. And don't let that happen to you. You want me to say that for you? That article? Oh, boy, isn't that something? And when there's no more use for them, they dissolve into nothing. Boy. And the old lady goes to Europe. It's 15 minutes past 8.
When you travel the world or the USA,
Plan to fly TWA.
the finest jet service all the way.
On the super jets of TWA.
TWA flies the finest, fastest jets every morning to Dayton, only 5 hours, 20 minutes. And to Los Angeles, just 1 hour, 5 minutes. No other airline can match the jet speed, comfort, convenience, and luxury of these flights. Also, daily jet flights to Boston. Yes, TWA jets are fastest to Dayton, fastest to Los Angeles, and fastest coast to coast.
So for the most in fun,
Reserve today on the Superjet Airline TWA.
Fly first class or coach. Call TWA Yukon 61300. was Cerveza, as done by Bert Kempfert. It's 18 and a half minutes past 8 o'clock.
Congratulations, Mr. Whitney. It's a wonderful gin. How did you ever invent it?
It's no secret. Chilling. And my brother Eli didn't do so bad with his cotton picking machine either.
It's no secret, particularly during Lent, you use shilling spices to bring out the hidden flavor in otherwise simple meals. With shilling spices, a vegetable casserole will be a triumph. An omelet, something to remember. But it's on Easter Day that shilling spices come into their own. Picture that traditional ham dotted with fresh, pungent shilling whole cloves, glazed with your favorite spice sauce. Imagine the delight of your family when you bring in a beautiful cake, frosted and decorated with shilling pure food color. Think of how they'll enjoy fancy cookies flavored with shilling allspice. And most of all, think of how easy it is to prepare all these special treats with shilling products.
It's the secret shilling spices. Make all the difference in the world.
Ah, yes, shilling. Let's see what we'll do with Frank Derone. Will You Still Be Mine is a nice one. Shilling spaghetti sauce mix, by the way, is featured at all Lee Brothers markets throughout the Bay Area. It's 20 minutes past 8 on a partly cloudy day, so says the weatherman. Hap Harper says there isn't a sign of it. It's a beautiful day. Small craft warnings are up for 40-mile-an-hour winds from the northwest, but still the temperature will be mild.
Ever since my heart took such a tumble, I've wondered if your love for me would last. When landmarks fall and institutions crumble, will it be just a memory of the past? When lovers make no rendezvous to stroll along Fifth Avenue, when this familiar word is true, will you still be mine? When cabs don't drive around the park, no windows light the summer dark, when love has lost its secret spark, will you still be mine? When moonlight on the Hudson's not romancy, and spring no longer turns a young man's fancy, when glamour girls have lost their charm, when sirens just mean false alarms, when lovers heed no call to arms, will you still be mine? When the moonlight on the Hudson does not appeal to you, and spring no longer turns a young man's point of view, when glamour girls have lost their charm, when sirens just mean false alarms, when lovers heed no call to arms, will you still be
Will you still be mine? Well, probably not. It's 22 minutes past 8 o'clock. That was Frank Derone. And what's the difference if you aren't? There's a question to ponder on all day. Somebody else will, maybe? Who knows? 22 minutes past 8 o'clock. Art Baker knows, and here he is to tell you.
Howdy, this is Art Baker.
Howdy, Art.
If you're out driving right now, do me a favor.
Yeah?
Next time you stop, take a look at the seats of your car.
I'd rather not,
Getting a
Art.
little dirty, worn?
Yes?
How'd you like to have your car interior look like new again?
I don't much care.
And hurry up!
Well, you can.
It's pretty bad.
Fast and inexpensively at your nearby SureFit store.
Oh?
You see, SureFit stores are auto interior specialists.
I knew that.
And they always offer a wide selection of quality seat covers and convertible tops at lowest prices.
That's decent.
So take a tip from me, Art Baker,
Uh-huh.
and look at your car's interior next time you stop. If you don't like what you see your SureFit store.
Say, Art, babe. Art?
Yes?
I'd like to add that SureFit stores are now featuring top quality, 100% clear plastic seat covers that'll keep your car upholstery fresh and new as the day you bought it. A full set of these heavy-duty clear plastic covers are only $24.95. Most cars, including expert installation. Budget terms, too. Drop into your SureFit store soon in Oakland, San Mateo, San Leandro, and Los Altos. All SureFit stores are open tonight, except in Los Altos, which isn't.
South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You may win at the game at Polo, but the lion still rules the veranda, and a man there is always alone. My name is Juanjano de Castro. My father was a Spanish grandee, but I won my wife in a card game. To hell with the Lord or the sea. I picked up the ace I had won her, my heart which was down at my feet, jumped up to my throat in a hurry. Like a warm summer's day she was sweet. South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You may win at a game at Polo, but the lion still rules the veranda, and a man there is always alone. Her arms had to tighten around me as we rode up the hills from the south. Not a word did I hear from her that day, or a kiss from her pretty red mouth. We came to my cabin at twilight. The stars twinkled out on the coast. She soon loved the valley or two, but I knew that she loved me the most. South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You may win at a game at Polo, but the lion still rules the veranda, and a man there is always alone. Then I got hurt in a landslide with crushed hip and twice broken bone. She saddled our pony like lightning, rode off in the night all alone. The lion screamed in the barranca. The pony fell back on the slide. My young wife lay dead in the moonlight. My heart died that night with my bride. South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You may win at the game at Polo, but the lion still rules the veranda, and the man there is always alone. And the man there is always alone.
The Kingston Trio at the Hungry Eyes singing about the fellow who lost at the game of Pallone. And if you've ever looked into history and found out what Pallone is, you probably lose too. That's a heck of a game. It's rather demanding. You got to be fast. That's one of the things you got to do. I lost at the game of Pallone. An ounce of imagination can turn Sara Lee all-butter pound cake into 101 desserts. There are so many desserts. Start with Sara Lee all-butter pound cake. Try it topped with fudge sauce, ice cream, your favorite kind of fruit. A wonderful strawberry shortcake starts with Sara Lee all-butter pound cake. Sara Lee all-butter pound cake has such a light, delicate flavor, it's so moist and delicious.
The tree of American progress is far from maturity.
boy, oh boy. It's made with the finest ingredients, including almost a full quarter of a pound of great double-A creamery butter in every cake. Sara Lee cakes are all better because they're all butter. And if you've ever stopped to think how young we are as a country, that statement, the tree of American whatever, is, far from maturity. It is. We've got a lot of work to do because we're children in the world, you see. And now we have to reach maturity and stand up and play grown-up. So put on your mommy's shoes and your daddy's shoes and stand up. And say, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. You go over to London and you walk through the Tower of London and you look and see where Sir Francis Drake walked up and down, or what is it? Walter Raleigh, that's it. Walked up and down and all that. So you can walk the same walk that he did, so many hundreds of years ago when we weren't even thought of yet. It's fantastic. So we are young. We got a job. It's 29 minutes past 8.
With Firestone tires, you get the best, as proved in every kind of test, with new road hazard guarantees and prices that are sure to please.
The new Firestone Deluxe Champion tire, which comes as original equipment on America's finest 1961 cars, is so superior in quality that Firestone guarantees it for 24 months against failures caused by normal road hazards encountered in everyday driving, in addition to its lifetime guarantee against defects in workmanship and materials. Under both guarantees, Firestone will repair without charge any tire that fails, or replace it prorated on tread wear. The Firestone Deluxe Champion is speedway proved for your turnpike safety, and its exclusive all-action tread gives you 36% more mileage and sets new standards in non-skid safety. So put a set of Firestone Deluxe Champions on your car now. You can buy on convenient budget terms at your nearby Firestone dealer or store.
It's 8:30. There's Wendy.
This is What's New, a brief summary of KSFO news up to this very moment, presented by Beneficial Finance Company. A Navy Court of Inquiry sets the blame in that year-old Rio mid-air plane collision on the ground controller. Russian scientists say their Venus-bound space station is lost in outer space. 2 American airmen, survivors of that RB-47 Russian incident, talked with newsmen this afternoon for the first time since their release by the Soviets. There's more violence in Congo's Leopoldville, with Tunisian troops rioting this time. The House Armed Services Committee is approving legislation restoring former President Eisenhower to 5-star generalship. Investigators are checking for the cause of the 2-alarm fire in Pacific Heights that caused $5,000 damage to the home of the late Frank Perry Hooper. I'll have more news in a minute.
Listen. It's the wonderful sound of money. Money for the bills that you'd like to pay. Cash, the friendly and convenient way. Cash, call up and see you're the boss at Beneficial.
Anytime you're in a hurry for money, call Beneficial Finance Company, where many customers get their cash the very same day. Soon as approved, get cash for any good reason. Leftover bills, family expenses, you name it. Say, isn't your telephone nearby?
Cash, call up and see you're the boss at Beneficial.
Right here in the Bay Area, there are 50 affiliated Beneficial offices. You see the white pages for your nearest office for loans to $2,500. On Wall Street, stocks jumped ahead in continued active dealings during the first hour today. That's a brief summary of KSFO news up to this very moment, presented by Beneficial Finance Company. For complete details today and every day of the week, read the San Francisco Chronicle. This is Aaron Edwards reporting from our KSFO studios in
the fabulous Fairmont Hotel. The Fairmont.
Doggone it, will you get one of the workmen? Somebody's caught in there again. Let's start quietly now. And beautifully. And fading in and out for some reason. Possibly because we got a dust ball on the needle. Stella. Starting with Nat King Cole and Stella by Starlight. It's 23 minutes till 9 o'clock on a beautiful day. But windy. Windy. Thank you.
The business end of your Winston cigarette, the tobacco end, is where flavorful smoking gets its start. Winston gives you filter blend up front. Fine tobacco specially chosen for filter smoking. remember, nothing can taste just like a Winston because nothing is made just like a Winston. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Hey! Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just meditating here. I was just thinking that if they didn't invent anything else, wouldn't it be great if they invented a pill someday that had some sort of a reaction in the AM that didn't leave you all hung over in the PM, but one that you could get up in the morning and attack the day with this sort of feeling.
No es que no te quiera, siquiera. No te sigo besando. No es que no te quiera, y ya. No te sigo besando. La cruz no pesa los que calan con los hilos, cariño santo, yo no te dejo y aunque me griten, que ya me estás acabando. ¡Hoy! Las balas perdidas pegaron siempre en mi pecho. Las balas perdidas pegaron siempre en mi pecho. Pero tus besos me inyectaron nueva vida, bala perdida. Viene ahí el Mauser que te ha tronado para acabar con mi vida. Cuatro despedidas las tengo para ti escritas. Cuatro despedidas las tengo para ti escritas. Ay, bala perdida, y a mano estando, pues ahí murió, y adiós, que tenga suerte en la vida.
Yeah, that was Miguel. What was his? Hold that album up, will you? Miguel Mejia. It's an RCA Victor World record, and it's from Mexico.
Oh, good for you.
You like that pronunciation, huh, senor? Mexico, huh? Okay. We don't have Jolly Dramatic. We got the Blue Seal. Sounded more Hungarian.
Just a tender touch will tell you that tender-curled Blue Seal bread is baked with the tender touch. The Blue Seal bakers tenderly curl the dough before it's baked. Curl the dough tenderly. Tenderly. So tenderly. After the dough is curled, Blue Seal bread is baked slowly. Slowly. Try Blue Seal bread.
tender fresh because it's tender curl. You like tender fresh Blue Seal bread, the bread that's tender curl. Remember, just a tender touch will tell you that Blue Seal bread is tender fresh.
17 minutes till 9 o'clock. Keeping it still kind of purty. Along the Santa that was the beginning of something else. That was along the Santa Fe Trail, and they were driving the dogies down. No, Charlie. No. Not them kind of dogies. Sheesh. 13 minutes till 9 o'clock. Boy, oh boy, that George Hollidge is going to be the transmission king of Northern California. Now he's got a brand new one at 180 South Market Street in San Jose. You don't have to go to college to go to George Hollidge because he can fix your transmission, your hydromatic adjustment for $4.95 with a simple screwdriver most of the time. If it takes more than that, he'll give you a free estimate before he does it, and that's exactly what it'll cost you. He doesn't give you this business, well, let's take a look at it and see. He'll tell you what's wrong with it. You get 6-hour service on your hydromatic at any one of the Hollidge Hydromatic shops. They're in Oakland, San Francisco, they're in Walnut Creek, and now in San Jose at 180 Market Street. And whatever is done by George Hollidge, you get a 1-year warranty. So He's in business to stay. 12 minutes till 9 o'clock. Let me see. Oh, yeah. We played one Adam Wade this morning, but he's kind of a cheery type, so let's play two.
Around the world I searched for you. I traveled on and on to keep a rendezvous. I knew somewhere, sometime, somehow I'd look at you and I would see the smile you're smiling now. It might have been in county town in New York, Cape Paris, or even London town. No more will I go all around the world, for I have found my world in you. Round and around and around and around I have searched for you. I traveled on and on to keep a rendezvous. I knew somewhere, sometime, somehow I'd look at you and I would see the smile you're smiling now. It might have been counted down in New York, Cape Paris, or even London town. No more will I go all around the world, for I have found my world in baby you.
Adam Wade did it. It's 10.5 minutes until 9 o'clock, and I've just received some very disturbing news, friends. There's a town called Sherwood, and it's in North California there, about 3 hours from here by the map. And they're going to take it off the map because there's no post office, there's no people, there's nothing. It's just a fork in the road. And what's that make me?
Once upon a time, there was a big, bad cough.
Like mine?
Yes, a miserable cough that hung on and on.
Wow.
It made a little boy's throat scratchy, gave him fits of coughing, and kept him awake all night.
Gee.
So Mother said, narcotic cough medicine? Might be habit-forming. Antihistamine? Not safe for little boys.
No.
Then she asked the nice druggist, and what do you think?
What?
He said, get special formula Creomulsion for children. It is safe.
Oh.
Contains only natural ingredients. Comes in a pink and blue package, like this. And tastes good, like this. And thanks to safe Creomulsion for children, the big bad cough ran away, and the little boy slept just fine all night, like this.
Night.
We're talking about Sherwood, California, that they want to eliminate from the state map here. The National Automobile Club has sent us a word that they are going to eliminate Sherwood, California, because there's nothing there. There's no post office, no population, fork in the road, junction of two county roads. Somebody wrote this note that says they do not know why or how it ever got on the map. Well, let's not fool around with that. Those are fighting words, that's right. It's out of Willits, right past Brook Trails Guest Ranch. Well, now, the thing for me to do, in order to perpetuate this town, is to build something there. Huh? A lodge with a bar and restaurant and places to rest for the hunters and fishers or anything. Because I can't afford to have them take this off the map. No, sir, it's got to stay. Supposing they were going to take Collinstown or something like that off the map. You'd get pretty hot on the
I had a problem when they were going to take Max, Idaho off the map. I had a big fight with them.
Well, I'm not going to let them do it. We got to. I'm going to drive up there over the weekend and take a look at it. Are you? Every year, huh? Well, there's somebody going up there, so there should be something there when they get there.
Around the end of the road, an Octagon House.
An Octagon House. that still in the township of Sherwood, or is that someplace else? I got to go up there and find out, because I can't let them do this. It's 7 minutes till 9 o'clock at KSF in San Francisco.
Chewing gum is good for you, so...
Double your pleasure, double your fun with double good, double mint gum. Double delicious, double smooth too. Double mint, double delightful to chew. So double your pleasure, double your fun. Double everything rolled into one. Double your pleasure, double your fun with double good, double mint gum.
That was kind of pretty. Silver Bells was the name of it from Henry Mancini's new album called Mr. Lucky Goes Latin. It's 4 minutes until 9 o'clock, and Priscilla's precisely. The Priscilla's people like cheesecake, and that's why they make Priscilla's cheesecake with pure cream cheese. What they don't like is starch and extenders, so they don't use any. Priscilla's cheesecake, cream dessert you eat with a fork. Say Priscilla's precisely. That's it. Featured at the Orinda store, Orinda. Also visit their gift shop. Speaking of gift shops, look what I got, Charlie, and I'm going to give this to you if you'd like it. It's the new zip-out shrimp tool. You look like a guy that could use one. It's the new zip. It was mailed to Miss Faye Stewart. She used to be the household girl here. Zip-out shrimp tool, shrimp cleaner. We are sure that once you see how easily and quickly raw shrimp can be deveined and deshelled... Oh. No, get away. No, I'm not going to hurt you. No, it looks dangerous. I'm not going to do anything. This is for shrimp. Yeah, you could... You could use it on people, but I wouldn't want to. My. Zip-out shrimp cleaner. I'll give it to you, Charlie. Huh? That'll be my Christmas present to you. You gave me a nice Christmas. I'll give you a shrimp tool. It's 2.5 minutes till 9.
Harriet, listen.
Can't I listen? All I want to listen.
I've asked George to come here.
George, coming here?
We've got to have it out, Harriet.
It's him.
All right, now, you wait in the other room here until I call you. Well, George,
Pardon me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were...
I wonder if I could take a moment of your time, introduce you to a stirring new melody.
Well, I'm afraid...
Fine. Take this mimeograph song sheet so you can sing along if you so desire.
I really have...
All right, boys.
I have become a nut, a proud butternut, and the flavor that comes from that blend. Quite possibly you too will flip when you taste your first sip of butternut coffee, my friend.
Possibly. Are you through?
Yes, and I'd like to thank...
What, George?
No, somebody else.
And Moonglow and Picnic. It's kind of nice. I'll see you tomorrow morning sometime around 6 o'clock, and I hope I can help. I know how it is. Until then, don't forget that out of the mud grows a lotus. That's positively degrading. It's almost time for alcohol.
Howdy, this is Art Baker. If you're out driving right now, do me a favor. Next time you stop, take a look at the seats of your car. Getting a little dirty? Worn? How'd you like to have your car interior look like new again? Well, you can, fast and inexpensively, at your nearby SureFit store. You see, SureFit stores are auto interior specialists, and they always offer a wide selection of quality seat covers and convertible tops at lowest prices. So take a tip from me, Art Baker, and look at your car's interior next time you stop. If you don't like what you see your SureFit store.
Hey, Art. Hey, mister. Hey, Art. You're a mess. Hey, Art. Art. Hey, Art. Hey, Art.
Yes?
Nothing, Art.
This is what's new. KSFO News up to this very moment. Presented by the bakers of that utterly butterly butternut bread. Air Force scientists are checking data following launching of a 4-stage poor man's rocket from Cape Canaveral. The vehicle is outfitted with telescopes and other devices to see what the Earth's radiation fields look like from the depths of space. Information from the shot should help scientists develop roadmaps.